go, do-si-do. So yesterday I took out the took the body out, sprayed it, used a Krylon metallic, or not metallic, glossy black. Love Krylon. It goes on like butter. Then I just let it set up overnight and check the paint for tackiness. It's not tacky, and obviously that's what you want to apply decals. I believe the ones I'm going to apply today came from Pato's from Australia. I do love Pato's stuff. However, as you can imagine, the cost of shipping from Australia is pretty high. So when I buy, I usually buy in bulk. But I do have quite a bit of decals on hand right now, so I shouldn't have to buy for a while. I'll also recommend printitdecals.com. They're really getting a pretty large amount of inventory for water slides, and most of their designers and the company they work with, they do have the ability to print in white, which is a pretty high cost printer if you need one. So I thought I'd do some of the sexy stuff first. Put this GM Goodwench Plus on the front. So what I'm doing over here on the right is I'm just dipping it in some water, obviously. And let's see, this is the rear trunk lid, I think. Let me take a quick look. I've got them all confused now. Yeah, that's the rear trunk lid. This is the back of the vehicle. This is the side panel on the driver's side, and obviously the iconic number 3 up top. I also have one of the signatures over here. A little hoarse voice today. I think it's the pollen, plus I had to go out earlier and pull a tree limb down that fell in my driveway. Okay, so now the decal has softened up. I've never done this before as far as moving the camera around, so let's try to do it where I can see it and the viewers can see it. Now with this Plus decal, I've learned that sometimes you'll want to need a little more water on that. You'll want to take it and you'll want to turn it at an angle, which is not correct. It actually needs to be level. Let's grab the brush here. My dog clicker got in the way. I got a puppy that I've been training with that. There we go. Oops. I had to lift the decal up. Try and get that to focus. I'm learning pretty quickly. I'm gonna have to get a better display stand for my recording purposes. I probably should have put a little soapy water on this. Okay, that's pretty good right there. I want to bring it to the left just a little bit. Okay. So I do have a photograph of it on my computer for reference, because I still got to add the Chevy bow tie, the Monte Carlo stamp on the front, obviously the headlights. Then there's some vents here that go on the bottom here, and then you've got some sponsors that go on the left and right. But right now I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm going to quit farting around with it. And let's see, what do you want to do next? Let's look at the next picture here. Yeah, let's just drop the rear trunk on. Water on there real quick to help it slide around a little bit. I've seen some guys apply these with tweezers and stuff. I just wet my finger. You know, I keep my fingers. Did I say finger as in West Virginia? I just use my fingers because, you know, if they're damp, it's going to go on. Just make sure your fingers are clean. It's a beautiful day here in the mountains. I don't think we're going to see 80, but I've already treated the hot tub. So I'll probably jump in that after I have a couple adult beverages with the wife. Well, I need to work on this focus. Let's see if I can. There we go. And she wants me to cook some seafood, so we got some snow crab and some salmon and scallops and shrimp and some hush puppies. The focus isn't focusing like I want it. There it goes, and then it goes out of focus. Okay, so like I said, this is for the back of the vehicle. Once again, I almost forgot to put water on it. Uh-oh, well, that happens. What happens here is we've got a flip of the decal. So what you'll want to do is take a little paintbrush, wet it up, and just start working it back over, trying to figure out which direction it flipped at. Oh, there it is. This is probably one of the most frustrating things that may happen when you're applying decals, but it does. Just try to take your time. Don't be like me and get angry and start using my military verbiage. I was in the military 20 years. Luckily, my wife was in as well, so we're both used to each other's language. There have been times I've visited relatives and they're like, oh my gosh, you guys have foul mouths. I do try to not use the Lord's name in vain. Not that I'm a big Bible thumping kind of guy, but hey, why tempt faith, right? Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of a napkin here and get off a little of the excess water off that, because it does set on that rear bumper. So check for alignment, looks pretty good. Check it with the top, looks pretty good. Dab that part here. All right, give me a sip of water. Let's drop that iconic 3 on top. You know, there's been some discussion whether they should retire this number, and I really think they should. Just being a little pain there, got stuck on my work mat. There we go. I think they ought to just retire it. I don't like seeing Austin Dillon drive it, but I get it. You know, it's a business. But this, I think they could keep the number. They just need to retire this font and logo, you know? So every time you see it, you know, whether you go to a race or you see it on TV, it's Dale, man. Raise hell, praise Dale. I'm definitely gonna have to put a little soapy water on here. Some of these decals go on great, some of them are a little struggle. This one's not too bad. I'd say on a scale of 10 being a pain and 1 being perfect, this is probably about a 4 or 5. Oh. So you can tell just one little minute move and it just jumps all over the place. Oh, it's actually pretty good right there. So I can slide it back just a wee bit. Check the roof lines. It's not bad at all. So let's see, we still got the side panel to put on. I'm just referencing my photograph I have on my computer. Let's see here, I want to slide over here and take a look at it. So just want to make sure I've got the right one to go on the right side. Yep. Okay. So this little panel here, did I get the right one? Yes. So your side panel goes under the driver's door. And some of these will run long, which is fine. You can just wrap it around. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is your friend when you're hitting weird spots, you know, curvatures or whatever. A little bit of microsole. A little net flying around in here. How about that? He must be an Earnhardt fan. So I don't wrap it until it's dry. You know what? I've got that on upside down. Huh. That's why I have a reference picture. The red goes on top, dummy. This little net's driving me crazy. Oops. And I hit the camera. There we go. Oop. Like I said, here we go, do-si-do. Screw it up. Now what I'll do when I'm done, because you've got silver on this bottom, I will take a silver paint pen, just right here. These are great too. These paint markers by Nui Top. These are great. Love them. Got a whole inventory of them. So yeah, there's that. Let's throw on the Dell Senior signature. I don't know if I've wet that yet. And I do have some crazy glasses that I use to put these on because these signatures are so small. I think I've got a photograph of me looking like a goofball in them on my intro. So what I'll do, and I'm doing this back here so I can see where the signature actually is. It's so hard with these white decals when they do the signature because they blend in with the backing of the paper. So I may have to rotate it once I get it on. I don't know. We'll see. Play it by ear. Okay. A little water. Let's just try to find out right there where it lays. Okay, I see it. Because his D is very prominent in his signature. Boing! Helps to make noise when you do it, at least me. Okay, pull it down just a little bit toward the front, down off the roof line. All right. It's looking pretty good, pretty good.
Wow, it's very nice.
My stupid soundboard. All right, I think with that in mind, I'm just gonna stop this. I need to cut up more decals. I'm gonna do one side, maybe pop in on tomorrow and do another video. And I'm trying to get this finished up and get it out to the guy that won the auction. He knows who he is. Mr. TB, I'll call him. So let me know if there's anything you want to see in the future. I've got a lot of decals coming. I'm doing some more customs for these people winning these auctions. So thanks for joining me. Talk to you later. Enjoy your day.